How can water power batteries and all kinds of devices? Our next guest is here to tell us how. He's the managing director of Aqua Power Systems, Niels Bakker. Niels, welcome into Tomorrow. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Dave. How are you?
Pretty good. Glad to have you with us. You have brought, I think, some of the most items that most other guests have brought here at IFA. You brought some pretty cool things to show us how water can power the batteries, which then power the devices. So first of all, explain how water powers your batteries.
Well, water doesn't directly power the batteries. What it does, it uses water to activate our batteries. We use a patented technology from Japan that consists of a few powders. I can name a few of them, which is carbon, magnesium, and a little bit of silver. Combined with a few extra powers, it already generates electricity.
Like some secret stuff in there.
It's a little bit of secret stuff. It's a little bit of patented stuff, but they're all good powders. They're completely harmless. Okay, they're really 100% eco-friendly. They will not hurt the environment. And what it does, it basically already creates electricity. We put it into a little battery cell, except the electricity doesn't go anywhere. It just sits there. Once we add water, the magic water or any water-based liquids such as Coke, tea, or beers, or, well, you can think of a few other liquids that are water-based.
Yes, but beer, don't waste your beer.
I won't waste the beer, but in an emergency,
yes.
I might have to do that. I might have to do that. So, yeah, you add that to the special powders that we have, and it creates 1.5 volt of electricity. Wow. Which in turn means that we can actually create a battery, a 1.5 volt battery, just like any other AA average battery out there, and create some power.
And you're doing just that. In fact, tell me about some of the items that we're powering here now.
I'm showing you a few items here.
Batteries.
I'm showing a few items here, which I have to admit there are items that are or actually require very little bit of energy. A few examples are a flashlight, a radio, and we have a little device here just to show you that we can power LED products.
So you have this sort of little eyedropper device so that you're taking water from a glass and putting it into the top of this AA looking battery.
That's correct.
And it's activating the power now.
It does, because for the consumer we have to make it a little bit easier. The engineer on the engineering side has 10,000 possibilities of powering the battery, but we have to make it a little bit easier for the consumer. And what we have done is we've created a pretty standard AA battery, except our top side of the battery is made of a recycled plastic, which has two small little holes, and a small pipette fits just inside, which means that people can just grab the water or any liquid that's water-based, take it into the pipette, and put it directly into the battery to power it up.
Now, one of the things you were telling me, too, is you can also submerge the battery into the liquid, I guess, if you're in a hurry or you don't have the little pipette, the little dropper.
Correct. If you do lose the dropper, the chances are always there, or you're stuck in a car or wherever, and you do need to power your battery for your flashlight because there is no light. There has to be another way of powering it up, and all you have to do is to basically submerge in the water, shake it around a little bit, make sure the water enters the two little holes, take it out, make sure it is dry because it will affect the product if it's very wet. So you have to make sure it's dry, insert it in the product, and you should be good to go. And
how often do you have to refill in order to keep some energy in the average flashlight or transistor radio or something?
Okay, that's a good question, because it really greatly depends on the product itself. Just with any other battery, on a DVD player, for example, it would really run down very quickly. So our battery is not good for a DVD player, but on a flashlight, for example, you could probably run it for 5 or 6 hours on one filling of water, and you have the possibility to refill it about 3 to 5 times. You could say it's 5 times rechargeable using water only.
Wow, very good. And then after that, you need to replace
After that, you have to replace the battery just like any other battery. The big difference is that our battery is almost as eco-friendly as you can get, and you can just toss it away like any other garbage you would throw away.
Is that thus the name No Popo?
Absolutely.
Which, as I understand, is no pollution power.
That's what it stands for. It's a brand name that exists for about 4 or 5 years. The Japanese have invented that name, and it sounds a little bit Japanese, has a little sound to it. A lot of people would maybe bastardize the word a little bit and come up with different variation of no popo. But then again, it's a nice sounding name. It stands for no pollution power, which is really what we're all about. We are creating power using nothing but eco-friendly substances. Our battery really is the world's most eco-friendly battery out there, guaranteed.
Now let's show our audience, and again I say show our audience. If you're listening on the radio, come by the website anytime at your leisure, and you'll see the video of what we're talking about. This ASYL device here on the broadcast desk. What is this?
Okay, the Nopopo battery is the basis. Okay, that's the basic technology that we have used to show people that we can actually create some power using water or water-based liquid. The ASYL, which actually stands for Aqua Save Your Life, is a similar device, except we use larger batteries. As our batteries run off powder, the more powder we have available, the larger the amount of power we can create. With the AZO, what we've done is we used 10 large cells, okay, about the size of a D cell, a little bit longer. We have linked them together to actually create an output of about 15 to 20 watts, which in turn, using an inverter, can create 110 volt AC power, which means this little portable device can serve as a backup for LED light, radios, in emergency case even a little TV, and so forth, which again is something that would be very useful in states like Florida, Georgia, and Dallas.
We can relate to that being Miamians, that hurricane season, tornado season, anywhere where you're likely to lose power and need it in a hurry.
Absolutely, and that's why we've created this particular product, because it serves as a portable backup device, especially for emergency, and it uses water to power it up. Hence, Aqua Save Your Life in case of emergencies, such as the hurricanes or the power outages.
Very cool. AquaPowerSystem.com for more information. We'll get you there, too, when you swing by our site. Niels Bakker, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Cool stuff. We got to get you back on and talk more as you develop more products and as they become available in the States, hopefully in the next few months even.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thanks for having me.
We're back with more from, where are we? Yes, indeed, Berlin. And IFA. Don't go away. Into Tomorrow continues.